Hello all my makeup freaks and welcome back to my channel. I kind of want to apologize for this video in advance because I try to put out positivity to the world in general. Y'all know this, but there are some subjects that I'm very passionate about, and when something happens I just feel like I have to talk about it, and so that is what I'm doing. Now yesterday, just minding my own business, like scrolling through my Facebook, a friend of mine had posted this video, and it was a video by Nicole Arbor. I believe that's what her name is. I know she's a Canadian. I know she's a YouTuber and a comedian in her mind. Now I will say, like, my friend was not supporting this video. They actually had objections to it also. Now, I reposted the video saying, like, my thoughts on it. Some people on Facebook said, you know, you shouldn't be sharing this. It's going to make her money, blah, blah, blah. And I shared it for a specific reason. I just kind of want to put that out there. It is because I really wanted to show what kind of things are kind of on the internet. It's ridiculous to me. Now, to start off with, a couple of things that this video will not be. I will not be shaming her. I will not be sharing her video to this video. If you want to look up the video, which I would suggest not to if you are sensitive or if it will upset you, please do not look up this video. But the title was like, "Dear Fat People." Automatically, what are you doing? Okay? And I will not be calling her names. I do think she is severely misguided. I think she is wrong. I'm going to talk about how this video made me feel and what was wrong about this video. Number one, in the video, she talks about that fat shaming is not a real thing. I just want to put out there that is complete BS, okay? In the lottery of life, let me just say, I hit the big time as far as my family is concerned. Yes, my dad wasn't in my life, but my mom, my grandma, my aunt, all the best people, the best family that someone could ever want. And I will say all of us, except like my grandmother, we dealt with weight issues. Growing up until around 6, I was extremely thin. At 6, I started getting like what would be classified as chubby, and kind of followed me through my teenage years to where, looking back at the pictures, I wasn't really overweight, but I was chubby. I was also a lot taller, bigger, broader than all the other girls, which, you know, like teenage girls, they're going to be like size 0s. I was probably like 8 to 12, you know, like a normal, like what a normal adult woman would be. She also talks in the video that there's not big bones. Hello, like, have you seen these shoulders? Like, I am a very wide person. This is not fat. These are bones right here. Like, my shoulders aren't fat. Okay, like, I have a very wide frame. I have my father's build, unfortunately. Like, I mean, yes, it's kind of like proportioned like a woman, but I'm shaped like my dad. My dad, who was 6'6". My mom is 5'6". I'm 6'2". Who do I take after? I mean, come on, guys. Okay, back to the fat shaming. So, as a child, I did not get my parents or my mom like saying, "Oh, you need to lose weight, blah, 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 blah." I mean, yes, there was the occasion, "Oh, you were so pretty, just think, like, you would be so stunning if you were skinnier," or whatever. But she didn't mean it like in a negative way, and I never took it as a negative way. I was told, you know, that I was pretty, that I was beautiful. So I kind of grew up like thinking like, "Oh yeah, girl, I got it going on." And I still have that, and I'm very, very thankful. But there's so many people that doesn't grow up with that kind of like system where you put positivity into a child. There are so many people that grow up with their parents putting them on diets or telling them how fat or ugly or lazy or whatever. So to have that going in, you do not put that out in the world. It's just ridiculous. Okay, now where fat shaming came in is that from around I would say 5th grade until I went to high school. High school for me was actually kind of good. I'm not quite sure like what happened, but if it was just a different mindset on my part or just different in general. Most of my bullying came from like 5th grade, 6th grade to 8th grade, okay? And every day it was something like I got called fat, I got called whatever. You know, you could call someone. I got told like, if you just lost 20 pounds, I would date you. Well, honey, I wouldn't date you. Down the road, people would like holler out something about my weight outside of the window. Like, it doesn't make sense. So you telling me that fat shaming doesn't exist when you have never been fat shamed, then that is complete BS. I will have to say that I think people that have went through a struggle, whether it is weight, whether it's sexuality, whether it is abuse, whatever it is, whether it's financial, I just think they're generally more empathetic and nicer people. And maybe you haven't had to struggle in your life. Maybe you don't understand that putting your negative views out there in the world just hurts. That I feel very sorry for you, because it is never right to take like a group of people and just like lump them in like a little group and say, oh, let's just stop eating. Really? If it was that simple, do you think we would have a weight problem? Do you? I mean, imagine, oh my God, is that what we need to do? We just need to stop eating. Thank you for that. I mean, let me just say, like, I'm really glad I did not make a video last night, because I was upset for one. I was crying, but a lot of times when I'm crying, it's resisting the urge to like really hurt somebody. And I hate that about myself, because people think like I'm super sensitive, and a lot of times it's just like my temper coming out with tears. Not that this didn't hurt me, because it really took me back to my teenage years, that where I felt not as good about myself. Like now I'm just like, oh girl, I'm fabulous. Like that, I feel fabulous. Do I want to lose weight? Yes. Why? Because I would like to be healthier. Okay. When you're saying you're trying to do this to make people healthy, you're never going to preach hate at someone to motivate them. That is not how that works. What you did, what that video did, is make people want to go eat cheesecake. Cheesecake is fabulous, right? Okay, Doritos are fabulous, right? And let me tell you what a lot of times weight is a symptom of something that is going on internally. And I'm not just talking about if you have thyroid problems. I'm talking about you have emotions that you have no other way of getting out, so you eat. Okay? Hello. That would be me. Okay? I am an emotional stress eater. Right? It is the same thing as people that cut. You're not going to tell people to cut. Just don't cut. Okay? Please know something about what you're talking about before you talk about it. And this goes for everybody. This goes for everyone in the internet land. Think before you put something negative out in the world, which is why I'm very careful about how I present things. I am not shaming her. I feel like she needs to think before she does stuff. And I worry that there's going to be 12 and 13-year-old girls that watch her videos, and there's going to be some comments, because I think there was comments on her video like that if you were 11, 12, 13, you shouldn't be watching these. Teenagers watch YouTube videos. That would be probably a majority of most people's subscriber list, honestly, is teenagers. Why? Because they have more available time. They're not adults. They don't have jobs. Okay? And they're exploring the world. YouTube is how they're exploring the world. So they're going to watch that. They may not have a weight problem, but feel like they do. Or they may have 20 pounds because of puberty. Hey, you do gain weight at puberty. It is normal, okay? You're going to be fine. It'll all like distribute. You're going to look fine, okay? Or you could actually have a weight problem. Be the kid that no one wants to talk to because, like, honey, I was that kid. I was a geek before geeks were cool. I was a goth before goths were cool. And I was 6'2" when everyone else was like 5 foot. Plus, I could probably lose 20 or 30 pounds. So you want to tell me like how bad school can be? Literally, I came home every day and cried. My mom would have to pray with me in the morning that people would be nice to me for me to even get on the school bus to go to school. And I'm not going to get emotional. I'm not going to cry because it's not worth it. But it's just bringing me back to that place, and I don't want any teenagers to feel that way. If anything, I want everyone out there to know that you are beautiful, you are gorgeous, no matter what type of body you have, because every body type is different. I have friends that are super, super skinny that don't like being the size that they are because they eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and can't gain weight, and people make fun of them. People call them anorexic. People assume that they're starving themselves when all they do is eat because they can't gain weight. I have friends that, in my personal opinion, are the perfect size, yet they're always constantly on a diet because they feel like they are fat. I have friends that are plus size that are perfectly happy with their weight. And I have friends that are plus size, are perfectly happy with their weight, but want to like get in better shape, which that would be where I'm at. Okay? I have been my perfect body size. When I was in college, I lost 60 pounds. I got into like the best shape of my life. I was exercising several times a week. Some of my friends thought I was exercising a little bit too much, but I was literally in the best shape that I've ever been in my life. I was my perfect body weight. I did not know that I was at my perfect body weight. I still felt fat. When I later, after Donovan was born, went to a weight loss doctor and they told me what my perfect body weight was, like, it was light bulbs went off in my head, because at that point in my life, I was what doctors claim is my perfect body weight, and I still felt fat. And at that point, I promised myself that was never going to happen again. I was going to be happy at whatever size that I was. Yes, I am in a weight loss group right now, or I'm starting a weight loss group here on YouTube, because I want to get healthy. Not that I want to weigh a certain amount of weight to fit into what society deems as beautiful. Because frankly, I don't really care what society deems as beautiful. I think everyone is beautiful, no matter what size, shape, color, whatever they are. I think everyone is beautiful, including Nicole. Although that kind of like stabs me in the gut to say, oh my gosh, okay, she's just misguided. Let's just say she's, like, that was hard to say. Whew. Girl, you got me fired up about this video. Just please, guys, do not go and watch the video. It is not worth it. And the main takeaway of this is, you're beautiful no matter what size you are. You have to be happy with yourself. And if you do want to lose weight and you do want to find motivation here on YouTube, there are people on YouTube that are there to motivate and to help you lose weight. Obese to Beast, I think, is fantastic. I'll put a link to his video down below. He talks about this video, or this subject also. I think he is fantastic because he has been obese and now he is like in really good shape. There are people on there that know how to motivate people in the correct way, and this was definitely not the correct way. And I just honestly, I feel sorry for her, and I hope that this is not really the way she feels. But in one way, if it's not the way she feels and she just did this for ratings, how worse is that? So I don't even know what to hope at this point, but just know that you are beautiful, and I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.